Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special Wrestling RHAPup podcast. I am Mari Forth, and with me, as always, is Matt Scott. It's officially WrestleMania week, and we wanted to kick it off right with a Wrestling RHAPup Issa Look video podcast. So if you are currently listening to us, the audio podcast, feel free to stop what you're doing. Head on over to robhasawebsite.com/YouTube because the video is available for the episode. Matt, you're looking real sharp.
Oh yeah, I have my WrestleMania shirt right on. I'm surrounded by all of this inspiration, my monument to Black wrestling. There's lots going on here. And we have a special guest who I'm sure everybody knows who our guest is because this is Issa Look.
Exactly. And I love how you're like surrounded by the ancestors there. They're like giving you the wrestling power. I have my EST and WrestleMania shirt on. Shout out to Bianca Belair. I'm so happy that this WrestleMania is about to be historic. No matter how you slice it, this is going to be a historic WrestleMania. So real quick, let's just talk about WrestleMania week. I mean, we're in the thick of it. This is literally WrestleMania week. So of course we had to bring you guys something special. Right now we're doing the It's a Look podcast. Coming to you maybe late Thursday, Friday. You'll get the WrestleMania preview show. So that'll be our big WrestleMania preview spectacular show. Matt will be going real in depth on that show about all of the feuds heading into WrestleMania.
That's right. Yeah, we'll be diving in and going through everything. We've been building toward this all year in this podcast, and now's the moment. The road to WrestleMania is almost over. It's kind of sad, but yeah, this is the celebration. This week is like our Mardi Gras, basically. So I'm ready. Let's get the hurricanes, whatever else we need to celebrate. Let's go.
And it's all about the journey, not the destination. And this has been a wonderful journey with you, Matt, and all of the listeners.
Yes.
So it's really been great. After WrestleMania Saturday or night one or whatever they're branding it at this point, we will have our first live stereo reaction. It'll be me and Matt talking about our instant reactions from night one of WrestleMania. We would really love you guys to download the Stereo app. Come follow me and Matt over at Stereo, and you can be a part of the show. If you're listening, you can submit your own audio questions, and then you'll be a part of the show, and you can talk to us. You can tell us how you felt about WrestleMania. So you can follow me on Stereo at Mari Talks Too Much. That's 2 like the number 2. Matt, where can they find you on Stereo?
Well, you could find me on Stereo or anywhere really at Matt Scott GW. And this week, the GW is going to stand for Great Wrestling. So follow me at Matt Scott GW. Beyond the Stereo, though, you could also find me in the RHAP patrons group. You could find me in the unofficial group. Job has a squad cast. And I'm just so hyped this week. Like, this is about to be a momentous occasion.
Yes. And this is a great time to join the RHAP Patreon. It's the beginning of the month, so you'll get all of the perks without like being shorted a month or so. If you sign up at the beginning of the month, you have the whole month to enjoy the RHAP Patreon. And if you don't, if you want to leave us, you can leave out. But we would love for you to stay and enjoy all of the perks. Like we have patron-only podcast feed. We have Patron Fridays where we play games. Like a lot of the RHAP podcasters play games with our Patreons. You have exclusive Patreon Facebook groups and an exclusive Patreon Discord. So check us out. Check out RHAP on Patreon.
Yes, and I'm a patron. I'll be there. Hit me up. Like let's be friends. But yeah, it is totally worth it. And yeah, let's keep diving into all of this, Mari.
So, Matt, you already said it. We have a great guest this week. I mean, the guest this week.
The guest. Who else?
So please do our announcement.
All right, let me get us started a little bit right now. Ladies and gentlemen, please get your boxed wine, grab your concession snacks, and hurry right back to your seats, because next up is the main event of the evening. Making his way to the podcast, hailing from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, by way of Cagayan, where, yes, He was the beauty. Baby Boy is a multi-talented performing artist, a friend in all of our heads, and the Wrestling RHAPup's Freak of the Week. Might be. He is the Purple Pants Badass.
Yeah.
It's Brice Izyah.
I got that heat, I got that smoke, what you looking for?
I got that drip, I got it spilling on the kitchen floor.
I'm taking flight overseas, changing currencies.
My location is remote, bitch, currently.
Still anywhere I go, that's the big fact. Oh, not the video! Not a video!
Yeah.
The video! This is the
Just
first
for you.
video.
I was like, wait, what they about to play? Wait a minute! I feel like
ready.
I'm ready to walk down the stage to see the fans, like, you know, when they be like, I felt that in my soul, guys.
Oh man, we're so happy to have you, Brice. Of course, we had to get you on here. We got to plug your great music.
Yes.
That is an intro song. When I tell you, that's what I want. If I'm a wrestler, I'm gonna have you write my entrance music.
Yes. Oh, I'm ready for it.
Ooh,
yes.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm just gonna say for your intro, Brice, like please let me be your manager. I'll get my little purple on. I'll get my little purple pants on.
Yeah.
Whatever you need. Let's go. Let's do this. Tag team of the year.
Come on, baby boy. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So Brice, you're bringing the Purple Pants Posse with you this week. How has it been over there on the Purple Pants Pod? What have you been up to?
We've been, living in our truth and just, spreading some love, spreading some sunshine. Apologize to you, Mari, because, this week we set it off and I heard that's one of your favorite movies. So I'm so sad. It's Chappelle's fault. So blame it on Chappelle. I said, bring Mari. Chappelle said no. I said,
I know it's his fault.
I need Mari. So...
Brice, I would just like to say that Living in Your Truth podcast. I mean, I was cooking and I was like tears in the food, love and tears in the food, because that was such a great discussion between you and Amon, and just talking about how heteronormative timelines can affect young gay men, especially young Black gay men, it was just inspiring. And like you guys said, that is a conversation that needs to be had. And I'm so glad you guys were the ones to do it.
Yeah, and let me give Brice my flowers for him too, because as a Black queer man, I was there. Look, it was me, Brice, and Amon, and I guess Mari was over there busy cooking, listening too. But thank you so much for that representation, and that's what we're about on this podcast too. So I'm glad that we could finally be on YouTube, so all of the RHAP universe could take in I was going to say our beautiful faces, but also this melanin. And thank you for creating the space for us for that.
Absolutely. I always feel so weird when people give me those type of compliments, because I'm like, I just, that podcast really came organically. And when me and Amon started doing the Casual Tea, we had a conversation about how we would love at some point in time to have a conversation like that. But we were like, we don't know if the time is ready. And just randomly throughout the topics and through us getting even more comfortable with ourselves, it just really came about. And so I was glad that it really touched and resonated with a lot of people, because it's truly living in your truth. People just don't know the power of that. So many people wear so many different masks, so many different capes, so many different cloths just to get through the day. And if they only realize the power of just pulling, living your truth, if they gonna love you, they're gonna love you. If they're not gonna like you, well,
yes.
That's right.
Oh, that's a word. This turned into a word. I'm so excited. I'm so excited about this podcast. We are about to jump into it. Brice, question for you.
What's that?
Do you have any background in wrestling, at all?
So, okay. Yes, I am the youngest of 4 brothers. And so my brothers, I went to a Wrestlemania when I was 8.
What?
Oh, do you know which one?
Oh, I mean, I don't want to, but I do remember back in the day, I was a Sable fan.
Yeah.
That is the first we've heard of that, but hey, I'm with you. Let's go.
I don't really remember much about her, but I just remember being a young black queer being like, yes, to a Sable. So
yes.
Do you remember how her theme song started out, Brice?
I kind of sort of do.
There was like that's how,
Sable was the original baddie. Like, everybody loves Sable. I mean, honestly, like, she was like, you know, we're trying not to throw some cuss words out here. You know, we got to get a little bit further. We got to get further into the podcast. You know, Rob says, feel free, but Rob says, you know, the first few minutes, you want to keep it clean.
Keep it cute. Baby boy said keep it cute. But there would be no Megan Thee Stallion without.
Yes,
Sable. Sable crawled so Megan Thee Stallion could.
I love it. Oh my god.
Oh man,
that is so funny.
Matt
needs a moment.
All right, keep it cute. I'm doing too much, y'all. So
you're killing
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 8, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Oh, okay. We're ready.
Oh my god, I'm dead. That was amazing. So that's pretty cool. And that's the thing. It's like at one point everybody watched wrestling. Like, as much as people like to pretend that, you know, we're too cool for wrestling now, at one point everybody watched it. It was the biggest thing in entertainment. So I'm never surprised when guests come on here and say like, oh yeah, back in the day I used to watch a little bit. So that's funny.
A wrestling question real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
So back in the day, like when my brothers and dad used to watch it, The Undertaker was a huge character. Is it the same Undertaker that's like still around? Like, because should he be in like a nursing home?
He moves like it.
He should. He really should.
He's still like figure foreign people. Like, what? I mean.
Luckily, he retired, quote unquote, in November. So he has to look.
It's like his third retirement. So
How old is he?
Immortal. He's dead.
He's dead. Yeah,
he's dead.
Okay. All right.
Questions.
Because when I was like 7, I felt like he was like older, and the fact that.
He's mid-50s.
Okay.
He's mid-50s.
Okay.
So he's old and he's still doing it. A lot of them are, you know. Did your brothers have any other favorites? Were you Rock, Stone Cold, mainstays?
I feel like we're a little older. There was like what was his name? He was like I want to say Montana, not Montana. He was Randy. Oh no, is it Randy Savage?
Randy Savage.
Yes, Randy Savage. Macho Man Randy
right
Savage.
Now. Yeah.
The Slim Jim guy is for a lot of kids.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
We're not sponsored by Slim Jims right now.
No, we're not. Not unfortunately, no, we're not. We need that money though.
And they can if they want to.
Yeah.
Who was the other girl around the Sable time?
Sunny.
Was
it Sunny? No.
Jacqueline and Sable had a really big feud. Jacqueline, Miss Jackie. Yeah,
Miss Jackie.
Yes.
Oh, y'all making me. I'm feeling like very much like back at my dad's house.
We're bringing you back. We want it all to come rushing back. Rushing back.
We'll have to get you on like one of the regular episodes a little later then. So get you used to the new age and see what you like. You'll see in a few seconds. Brice, it's great having you. We're here for the looks. Aren't we? That's what we're here for.
It's the look. I'm excited.
Yes. So, Brice, can you explain how you like came up with the concept of Issa Look and how like some of the other ones you've done?
So, I mean, Issa Look really kind of started from doing the Survivor cast assessment. And I felt like, I know what a winner looks like. When I can look into a photo, I really do feel like, and I can be like, they not delivering. It's not giving what it's supposed to give.
Yes.
So, I can tell certain body languages. And so, it has transcended in the RHA community to the Bachelor, to the Challenge. And so it's only befitting to, bring it up here to WrestleMania. So
yes. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So for this WrestleMania version of Issa Look, we will be showing you different GIFs, however anybody says it. We'll go back and forth throughout the night. Don't complain, guys. GIFs doesn't matter. Of different wrestlers who are in matches against each other. We'll ask you to guess the wrestlers' gimmicks. We'll have you guess if they're a heel or a face, which means if they're a bad guy or a good guy. And then we'll show you their opponent, have you tell us the same thing, and then after that we'll get you to predict which one of them you think will win.
Okay.
Yeah. And feel free, nicknames, whatever. Just tell us we just want your unfiltered thoughts of just the pictures that we're showing you. After you make your predictions and stuff like that, we might give a little bit of background. If you have any questions about the match or about the people, we'll answer that for you. But for all of our listeners out there, this is just real fun. We just want to keep it light. We have Brice here, who is amazing. We will go into the real in-depth predictions and stuff like that later this week with our big WrestleMania show.
Yeah, and I'll just throw in there that this is a good episode if you're like, I want to know more about WrestleMania, but I haven't been watching WWE. Yep. Well, you're in luck because Brice hasn't been watching WWE a lot. So we're going to break it down. We'll get to meet people, and this is a good introduction before WrestleMania weekend if you want to tune in with us.
Yep. All right, so our first looks is from the first match, which is Bad Bunny and Damian Priest versus The Miz and John Morrison. We're going to show you Bad Bunny first.
Oh.
That's Bad Bunny. Okay. Do you happen to know who Bad Bunny is, Brice?
I feel like I should know who he is. But, it's only 2021, and I ain't from the year 2032, so
So we were showing Brice a gif of Bad Bunny in one of his music videos. That's a hint there for you, Brice.
So he's a rapper, right? Singer. Mm-hmm. That's not Post Malone, is it?
No. No.
I wouldn't know.
Not enough face tattoos to be Post Malone.
Okay, not. So yeah, I don't know. Is his rapper name Bad Bunny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's actually a rapper. He's not a wrestler. He's this is like a celebrity showcase.
Oh, this is what Bow Wow was trying to get up on it.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Tried and failed. Yeah.
Tried and failed.
Mm-hmm. Are you liking Bad Bunny's attitude from the GIF?
I mean, it's hard to tell, but I feel like this is WrestleMania, so I feel like you got to be given a little bit more than that.
Gotcha.
And in the GIF, he is wetting his whistle, drinking the water. So for me, that's giving me very much so nervousness. So I mean, I don't know.
Brice, what do you think about this like one glove that he's wearing this situation to? Because I have questions, but he's not showing the thumbs, not both of them.
Not both the thumbs, so it's hard. But I mean, I don't know if it's like the one glove is giving homage to Michael Jackson. So I feel like, he could have a lot of moves in the ring. So I feel like, that could be something good for Bad Bunny. He'd be like, bump out and my WrestleMania terminology is
just
so old. I want to say the figure four, what's the thing when they like put them between their legs and they jump up and they head on I'm just maybe that's the freak of the week.
Okay, so his partner is Damian Priest.
Okay.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, Damian Priest looked like he not a talker. Damian Priest looked like he let his actions do the talking. So I feel like Babs. I want to call him Babs from Making the Band. Because I think her name was Babs Bunny too. But
I love Babs.
When they went to the store to get her weave that time. And her hair still looked a mess. But so Yeah, Damien is giving me he's about business. He's playing with his hands. It looks like I can't really see a thumb. He might be actually holding a thumb. So he's
That's
like,
right.
you know, for me, he's holding the cards, holding the secrets. So I feel like he can save Bad Bunny. I don't think Bad Bunny is doing anything for us. I think it's all about Damien. And so it's depending on what The Miz and John Morris is about to give. So I mean, if I'm a betting man, I don't know if I'm putting my money on them.
So, and next up is The Miz.
Now, I know this ain't The Miz from MTV.
Yes, from Coral Season. From Coral Season.
Back to New York.
Yeah.
See, okay. Now, The Miz, his jib, he ready for business, okay? I mean, he's very much so giving me... I'm gonna keep it cute, but it just
no.
Oh, okay.
Ugly.
Was he at the? He's very much still giving me. Was you at the Capitol? I'm like,
yes.
Hard to tell. But
with them shooting gun emojis,
yes,
hand moments, I don't blame you there.
Oh, I'm not doing this with y'all. It's too early in the podcast. But see, The Miz is giving me he's about action.
Yes.
Okay. But sometimes it's the people with the loudest mouths that get put down the easiest. And so that's what The Miz is giving me. But you know, I feel like The Miz probably could take Bad Bunny. So I don't really know. But I don't, you know, and his vest is also giving me very much like Ninja Turtle meets like Givenchy, you know, Balenciaga type of vibes. So, okay.
Oh my God. You're nailing Miz. Like Miz is like, how are you a cosplayer in like Gucci? Like how is it, how are these two things like meet? Like how are you pretentious and yet try to dress like Naruto? Like I don't understand.
I know he spent a lot of money on that vest, on that whatever it all is, it's but like it looks cheap. It looks cheap,
thing.
Which is really impressive, actually.
And his partner is John Morrison.
Oh. Now, is this John Morrison from Survivor? No.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it is.
It is.
Oh.
Wait. Let's wait. This is wait. Here we go.
There we go.
Whoa. Hands down, it's John.
Yes, it's the what is it? The George Bushy of Tushy, the mayor of Slamtown. John from we've said it on this podcast a few times. From David versus Goliath. I don't know what season. I am so bad at Survivor season numbers. But yes, that's John Morrison. Yes. And Matt, if you don't mind going back for us. Perfect. So this is him in the wrestling world here, Brice. What do you think?
I love it. It looked like he walking to put something down. And I don't know if it's in the wrestling ring. I don't know if it's in the kitchen. I don't know if it's in my closet, but it looked like he is going to put something down, and I'm here for it. Something's going down. Okay, so
so out of these two teams, who you think are the bad guys and who are the good guys?
It is very it's so okay. Off the images, I would say that Bad Bunny and Daniel Priest are the bad guys. But from what I know of The Miz, I like, you know, him always talking ish and all that stuff. I would then have to say that they're probably, I don't know. These images are very much so giving me John Morris and The Miz are good guys, and Bad Bunny and Daniel St. John Priest are bad people.
It is actually the opposite.
Yes. Close.
They're very close. Miz and John Morrison are the bad guys in this situation. To explain the feud, Matt, how can we even explain it? They've been feuding since Royal Rumble, but it just seems like they're kind of jealous that Bad Bunny is like a big deal.
Yeah, The Miz wants his spotlight. He's used to winning his challenges. He's used to being the star. Shout out to Trishelle. And you know what? I think like this, he's kind of mad. And John Morrison, well, he's not on Survivor anymore, so he has to get that clout where he can.
That's horrible.
I mean,
it's true. So this will be Bad Bunny's first match. It's him and Damian Priest. They're going up against the Miz and John Morrison. As of last night, Miz and John Morrison marked up Bad Bunny's. I think it was a Maserati. Bad Bunny had like Bad Bunny had a white Maserati, and they put like red paint on it. It was crazy. So it's been a fun feud, and Miz and John Morrison wrote a diss record too. They wrote a Bad Bunny diss record.
Yeah, it was like hey. How did it go?
I don't know. Chappelle was the one who had the lyrics. We should have asked him to come back on. Chappelle was reading the lyrics really well last week. If you want to know the lyrics, go to our last RHAPup podcast.
Yes.
And Chappelle did a great job of reciting the Miz and John Morrison.
The music video was great, and I will say John Morrison and the Miz have some next level dance skills. Like I think in actual dance off, they would, if this were a dance off match, they would win.
John Morris and the Miz are giving me very much so Chet Hanks and like White Boy Summer, like in these gifts right now. But I think right here I'm going to be rooting for the bad guys in this one.
What? Okay, so your official prediction is
I'm rooting for the Miz and Johnny.
Nice. Ooh. Okay, you heard it here first. That's Brice's pick. All right. So we will move on to the next match. The next match we have, it's the Universal Championship match. And again, listeners, we're just going in random order. We just decided that it'll be more fun this way. And so it'll be Roman Reigns, Edge, and versus Daniel Bryan for the Universal Championship match. This is a triple threat match. First up, we have Edge.
There we go.
Oh, so this a threesome in the WrestleMania like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. Okay. I mean
that is Edge. I don't know if you and your brothers were watching, but he was one half of like Edge and Christian, a very legendary tag team. He just came back, what was that, last year from retirement. He was retired for almost 10 years due to injury, but he was able to come back. This is a gif of him coming back at the Royal Rumble. I'll let you explain it before I give you the reason why he kind of looks like that.
Well, I mean, I like the jacket. I like, he got the chest out, but he's being very PG-13. He's covering the areolas.
Yes.
He's got his hair slicked back. It's very much so giving me like 32-inch lace front. Units, like, not a wig, it's the unit, because I feel like he got some leave out in the front. But
okay.
Because they be trying to act like they don't wear it, but they do, and so I see it. But he's giving me very.
Oh my God! Now I wonder.
Yes, no,
I'm looking now. Looking.
Some hair plugs, maybe.
That's the odd part. I am liking the beard, though. It's giving me very much a silver fox with the gray at the front. He's looking surprised, so that is kind of sort of catching me off guard. I feel like he is. It's like if you have a tournament coming up, say you play like soccer and you haven't played all summer and you've been practicing in your backyard kicking against like no goalie and you're like, yes, I'm ready. And then you actually like walk out to the field and be like, wait a minute, somebody's actually going to be in the goal when I kick the ball. So that's what he is giving me right now. Like, am I ready for this?
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point because he is walking out. That's his entrance, but he's already huffing and puffing.
Out of breath.
What to think of that?
It is because this is the gif of him coming out at the Royal Rumble last year, if I remember correctly. This was his surprise return. Oh. This is the first time he had wrestled in, again, 9 years. So this is him coming out.
Did he not know he was coming out?
No, he knew he was coming out. He knew he was coming out, but the crowd reaction in the video, the deafening, like, roar is what is kind of catching him off guard. And it's not catching him off guard. It's really, he's emotional.
But also,
yes.
This is like, I figured it out. He's walking through a cloud of smoke. Like,
well, that too. Yeah.
Like, catch your breath after that. So
it's just basically, again, it'll be 10 years to the day on Sunday when he wrestles in this match. It'll be 10 years to the day where he had to give up the championship because he was told that he had a really bad neck injury to the point where if he had taken another bump, he could possibly die.
Oh,
so yeah, so he retired. He was retired for, it was like 8 years or so, and then he was finally cleared to come back. And this is just it's just a really good moment. Everybody, please, if you're watching us on YouTube, this is one of those moments that it just sends goosebumps up your arms, because you can just tell it means so much to him.
Yeah.
So next, another opponent in this triple threat match is Daniel Bryan. I know this isn't a lot for you to work with, Brice, but we wanted to get kind of like, the reason why we picked gifts is we kind of wanted something that could kind of translate a little bit their personality, because wrestling is very motion. Yeah, it's very fluid, and it's easier to kind of read from a more body language standpoint than just a static picture.
So, I mean, Daniel Bryan is giving me very much so podcast. I'm waiting for him to pop up and talk with us. But he also gives me that he lives in the woods and does woodworking with that, RHAP shirt on. So he also, these are what these gifs are giving me. He also gives me, if he's like walking down the street and sees a lady's purse being taken, like he's gonna run after the person and like beat them up and give the purse back to the lady. Like that's like,
oh my god,
gif is giving me.
You're so good.
Yeah. And you think so the number one, he's coming for Rob's job. And by the way, it does kind of look like Rob's studio a little bit.
Right, kind of, sorta.
Wow. Okay. So Rob should watch out for that one. But man, yeah. So like if Rob were a superhero is kind of like what Daniel Bryan is. Is that what we're getting here?
I mean, I wouldn't categorize Rob as a superhero. Rob's the kind of guy that like needs the superhero. And then Daniel also goes to the same person that Britney Spears goes to get her mics from. Okay.
Yeah,
this is like give me more. Give me more era.
This is a gif of Daniel Bryan on Talking Smack. Talking Smack is basically WWE's version of a podcast, I guess you would say. But he was a host of Talking Smack for a while because him, just like Edge, was once he was once injured. And when he was injured and couldn't wrestle, he was a GM role, and he did the interview portion for Talking Smack. So you are just like on the money here.
I love this. And what is this like? The hurt and injured crew? Like, no shade, but this is like, that's why they put them up in like the 3-person match. So maybe it's like less hurt. So while somebody else is getting beat up, you can at least catch your breath.
Look, that's a good theory.
Exactly. That's a good theory.
Now, this other person, Roman, has he been around for a while?
Yes, he has. Roman Reigns, Matt.
Yes.
Oh, I feel. Ooh. Okay. Giving very much so thirsty. Let me quench my thirst. Hold on.
Wet your whistle.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's very clear to me who the winner. Is it early enough for me to cuss? Because, bitch, somebody Edge tag me in. Okay.
Tell us more. Yeah, what are you seeing? Like, what are you getting from?
Sorry, I was
this image.
I was making Roman a plate of potato salad real quick, but I am getting very much so hot and bothered from Roman. He is giving me he not injured. He's giving me he been around. He's giving me Chile. He's giving me very much so Greek god, giving me very much so 6'4" roar, giving me very much so I'm a tough guy, but I don't like pain at the same time. I got like half of my chest tatted and it hurt too much, so I just left the other half be like roar. He's also giving me very much I wanted to be an Avatar, but I said no at the last minute. Like it's a lot of different emotions.
Yes.
But, you know, he's got this long, dark bush.
I'm not going to make it through this podcast. This is amazing. My face already hurts.
Yeah.
One could only hope the bush is dark. But no, I'm saying he has a dark beard, long hair, giving me young, agile. But see, what I know about wrestling from watching it back in my days, I want to say Roman's revenge is like going to be like who everyone is going to think like is going to win. But maybe it's going to be Edge that takes it through. I just like, you know, that's what I'm giving.
Wow. And what do you think, Brice? So with Roman in this GIF, we have a man over his shoulder. I'm curious, what member of the family do you think that is with Roman Reigns?
Now you know that's his uncle on his mom's side that was never married, had all them girlfriends, no kids. You know that's his uncle that was like, I'm a man at you. I got you. I got you. I got you.
Yeah,
he came to all the soccer and basketball games in them sweatsuits. Okay.
Yes. Roman Reigns. Oh, I'm sorry, Matt. What were you saying?
No, I'm just gonna say we could pull up gifs of that man, Paul Heyman, in sweatsuits too. So what? I don't know. Did you do your research?
I'm telling you, people think it's a gift. Oh, and not the way Maurice, not a gift or a gift. It's a gift. I can look at a picture and tell you 1,000 things about him.
That's so amazing. Roman Reigns is the current Universal Champion. It is his championship on the line. Out of these three men, where do you think they fall in? Like bad guy, good guy. What are they giving you?
Yeah.
See, now I feel like since the last one, I didn't go with my gut, and my gut was right, and what I went with was wrong. I'm obviously going to say that Edge. He's the comeback, so people must love Edge. So he's a good guy. I'm going to go with Eminem in the middle. Brian is the bad guy. And I'm going to go with Roman Revenge is probably the bad guy too.
Oh, that's actually pretty good. I mean, it depends on who you ask if Daniel Bryan is the bad guy, only because Daniel Bryan is a perpetual good guy. But Daniel Bryan doesn't get opportunities that much. So this match was originally just Edge versus Roman Reigns. And Daniel Bryan was able to weasel his way in there, how you say. Some people love him for that. Some people wish it was just a one-on-one match between Edge and Roman. So you are... What, Matt?
He's a hero. He's a hero. And that's the thing. Daniel Bryan, I don't know if you've ever watched the show Total Divas or Total Bellas on the E! Network, but he's there. He's a good guy. He's a hero. He would snatch those purses back from those thieves.
Which is true. It's very true. He is a good guy. He is a good guy. And that's what I love about feuds like this, because I still see a lot of people on my timeline who are like, oh, why did Daniel Bryan get added to the match? But then you have all of the big fans who say they wanted him in the match. So that's the good thing about this triple threat. It looks like it's going to be really fun. Brice, Roman Reigns has been around. He's been around for, it's been like almost 10 years or so now. I don't know if you can tell, but he is a part of a famous Samoan dynasty, family dynasty, which is loosely related to The Rock. Loosely.
I could tell.
Yes. And oh God, well,
it was the bush for me that gave it away.
So he actually too did come back from a hiatus. He had to take a hiatus.
Yeah.
It was a few years ago. He had to take like a year or two off because he actually revealed that he was suffering from leukemia. And then when the pandemic started, he also had to take another leave because he was immunocompromised. So last year's WrestleMania, he was scheduled to wrestle and he couldn't, and he came back later in the year last year to continue to wrestle. But all of these three men have really good comeback stories because at one point none of them were in the company just maybe a few years ago.
Yeah, this is giving me very much so Survivor season 41, like in the making. So hearing all of the stories about this one, I mean, although we've only went through 2 matches so far, by far, I am really excited for this match.
Exactly. So. Yes, this is what I would hope. A lot of us hope that would be probably the main event for night 2. This is the for that is one of the big belts of the company. It is for the Universal Championship. It has a lot of great story to it, so I can't see why it wouldn't main event night 2. Because there's so many nights of WrestleMania this year, Brice. They've broken it up into like 2/3 nights, which makes sense.
It's a lot.
I guess. Yeah. Yes.
And for Roman Revenge, does Uncle Lester always walk out with him?
Mm-hmm. He's like his. It's not the advocate. It's his. What does he call himself, Matt?
Look,
I forget, but
he's the advocate. He is he just stands there though for the most part, and that's Paul Heyman, who is used to being the one who talks and gets on the mic and he hypes them up. So he usually has a silent big man behind him, and the other piece of this though is that he's just quiet behind Roman because Roman does the talking for himself.
Yes.
I see. Now, has Paul Heyman ever got hit with a clothesline or something like that?
Not enough.
Back in the day, he used to take those manager bumps. Not so much anymore.
Okay, so you remember that era when they used to take the chairs and
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Everybody knows. Anybody who listens to this podcast knows how I love a good manager. So, and Paul Heyman is one of the best. Okay. So, your official prediction, Brice. Officially.
My official. Official. Oh, my gut is telling me to go with Roman Revenge, but because I'm a third boot and Survivor and I love a good comeback story, I'm going with the Edge. The Edge is going to take it, but because this is how WrestleMania be. The Edge is going to win, but he's going to get hurt and then he's going to retire after this match.
Oh no!
Because that's how it be. That's like how it goes.
I mean, that's what happened to him the first time, pretty much. 11 years ago. So
yeah, that's what happened to Daniel Bryan too a few years ago. Oh, Brice. It is ridiculous. Okay, this is a good one. So our next match is Randy Orton versus the Fiend Bray Wyatt along with Alexa Bliss. So our first up is Randy Orton.
Oh.
I know that name has to ring familiar.
It definitely does.
Oh.
His face is giving me very much so old, tired, and battered. But I don't know if that could just be the quality of the GIF, or myth. But he's got a hoodie on. I don't mind somebody with a hoodie. Hoodies are not threatening to me.
There you go.
So he could have just been coming out the gym. He's walking up. He has a very much so giving me cocky, arrogant, very I'm ready to take this. And so what I get from that though is he got the oomph to back it up, if that makes sense. Ooh. So
yes.
That's a very confident walk up. And I like it. So
yeah. I like it. And you're spot on there. So this is Randy Orton. I mean, he's been with the WWE for almost 2 decades.
Almost 20 years.
Yeah.
My whole life.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know why you're laughing, Mari.
Okay. Very rude.
Yeah.
He's known for the RKO. So he was a meme a few years ago, Brice. Like if anybody was doing something, they RKO, like the guy who would come if in those videos, whenever somebody would fall, they would edit him in like RKOing them.
So what's the difference between an RKO and a TKO?
Oh,
a TKO is a total knockout, right?
Yeah, that's a boxing. That's for boxing. Or MMA. I don't
That's
know.
probably in
That's
wrestling too.
Yeah.
So RKO, do the motion again for me, Mari, so I get it. What's it's the RKO?
It's like he takes them by the head and he kind of
he comes
out of nowhere.
Yeah.
He comes out of nowhere and takes their head and smashes it down basically into the canvas.
Okay, and you got to do the because every time you did it, you did the So the
yes,
you have
to.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's out of nowhere, Brice. It's out of nowhere. You're just standing there, and all of a sudden he comes and he's like, and he just takes your head down, and all of a sudden your face is in the mat. Your face is in the mat.
Now, who was the Samoan again from last slide?
Roman Reigns.
Okay. And what's that move called again? Just so I know.
The RKO.
The RKO. Roman.
If you are not watching this video podcast, you are missing out. You are really, really missing out.
Looks like another RKO. Okay.
All right. So next, I am really interested to see this.
No. Not after Easter. No. Somebody where are my palms? No. Not at the Palm Sunday.
Oh my God. I'm dead.
TKO. Say
Oh my God. The Fiend with Alexa Bliss. And I'm guessing you're not reacting to Alexa here. Brice, do you think you could make it through the podcast?
Wait, I am reacting to Alexa.
Oh.
It's like, no. I don't do the witchcraftery or the witchery after Palm Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's a wrap for you.
He got to go. Johnny Orr, TKO, MCD, LFP, QRC.
You wanted to take him out.
Okay. QRC with the Maury. Okay. They got her. Wait, okay. So now, all right. This is where the podcast goes now. Because y'all ain't about to put a whole demon spirit from the others up on this screen and tell me this is a wrestler.
He was on fire. He was on fire. He got Look, I'm just gonna let you know.
What in the Rolling Ray are you talking about?
Look.
Purr.
Margie, what do you want?
The big purr.
Sable.
So the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, he was like, at first he was kind of just a very scary masked wrestler. But then Randy Orton over here decided he wanted to light the Fiend on fire back in December. He legit lit him on fire. Mm-hmm. So the Fiend has been gone since December. Alexa Bliss here is like the Fiend's like sidekick, and she's been doing the witchcraft. I gotta say, I'm gonna send you the feud, the storyline after this, because she's been sitting in a pentagram for the last 2 months conjuring him up. And the Fiend came back a few weeks ago looking like this. He is now a complete demon spirit who lives in a jack-in-a-box that Alexa Bliss controls.
I don't know about the witchcraftery. Hold on, because listen, y'all is hold on. Y'all is really playing with me out here. Oh, I didn't turn my camera. Hold on. I got to light my sage because y'all is I don't eat. Listen, I work in this room. Listen. Y'all think I'm playing?
No, look.
Y'all know you're not playing.
I don't know what is on my screen. I just was looking at a Samoan guy, and now all of a sudden, I done got A demon.
It is a demon.
That's WWE. That's what happens. That's WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's like Kane. It's like Kane and the Undertaker. He is now a demon spirit. What do you think of Alexa Bliss here?
Great. She gives me very much so the Kraft's little sister. Okay.
What do you think her deal? Like, what's her deal here? Yeah, pull out that sage.
Let me pass it to y'all.
I might need it.
Yeah, actually, after all of these. Oh my gosh. That's oh my god.
So who do you think is the bad guy? Who do you think is the good
guy? Mari, let me you. Girl, it's evident.
Oh my gosh. Oh, this is amazing.
Look.
This is giving me Titanic, like, but y'all, what y'all want to say? The Field is actually the good guy. Watch.
No. It's like he's an evil demon spirit. Alexa's very creepy.
Yeah.
But then Randy Orton, we're kind of like, you set him on fire, so it's kind of like nobody's a good guy.
Also, like, Randy Orton is a little bit of like the freakiest freak, like, every other week, because he just he's a dirty dog. He shows up, he burns people, he tries to fight the pentagram fiends, the beast. So I don't know. Look, he's a little off his rocker too. So I think I don't know how much longer we could stay on this slide without probably getting a hex on us.
Okay.
Without probably getting a hex on us.
So, Brice, who do you want to? Yeah, who's your official prediction so we can get this off your screen?
Jesus. Okay. I'm gonna go with Randy.
Okay. We'll take it.
We shall see. Yeah.
We will see.
Okay, next up, we have Shane McMahon versus Braun Strowman.
The McMahon, that name sounds very familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it does. We will start with Braun Strowman first, though.
What do you think about Braun right here? We have this gif of him throwing his arms up, his fists up, lots of muscle. This is a very large man, by the way.
He's huge.
I mean, looking at the gif or the gif, I'm just curious, like, what deodorant he uses. Like, is he like
none?
Yeah, I don't see any.
Is it he might be a secret guy. So he gives me very much so like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, and he presents very like rawr, but he's got a soft heart. And what's the saying? Now I might be making this up, but like, the larger the tree, the harder the fall, something like that.
Sure. Yeah.
We'll go with it. Yeah.
True. You don't want a big tree falling on you.
Right.
Yeah.
So, sometimes, or something to that effect, that he's big and strong, but they fall hard as well. So depending on what Shane McMahon is given, but I feel like Shane McMahon, I could listen to the Issa Look guys are speaking to me in the sense of that I really like what's his name?
Braun
Strowman.
Braun Strowman. I get good vibes from him. I like his little cut up t-shirt. I like I'm a fan of the beard gang. Can't really tell if he's bald head, but he's got big strongs, but I just get good vibes from him. I don't get bad energy from him.
Oh, nice. And Matt, can we show him Shane McMahon?
Oh, I know y'all not talking about Granddaddy Shane McMahon.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Here comes the money.
Did he used to wear the suits and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, he goes back and forth between like suits and baseball jerseys. I think is a choice.
Yeah, the baseball jerseys for when he's actually competing, and the suits for when he's just talking.
Was he always a wrestler?
Well, would you call him a wrestler, Mari?
Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing. Like, back in the day, he used to come up on the big screen all the time. This is Vince McMahon's son.
Yeah.
He used to have like the Mean Street Posse. He used to kind of manage other wrestlers. He would kind of sick other wrestlers onto other wrestlers. He would get in the ring every once in a while. So
he like throws his body around. That's his thing. Like he just throws himself off of large objects, basically, like bigger than Braun size.
Which is why this will be a steel cage match.
Oh,
yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember the cage match. So maybe I'm thinking of Vince McMahon, his daddy.
That's right.
So his daddy must be old because Shane is giving me like Shane is giving me what I remember of Vince. But and Shane is giving very much so. I used to play in the major leagues, but now I just like to run up to the practices and say, "Hey guys." So I don't know. The baseball jersey is not doing much for me. That run/skip is looking like he's like jumping. When you try to run and you skip and touch both your feet in the air. That's what it looks like this GIF or GIF is giving me. So I'm not very confident in him. But those cage matches be a setup.
Yeah.
They sure do.
It's time to set it off.
So it's
you know what though? Like that's the thing. You know what? You have a point because like what I get from Shane too, it's kind of like one of those old retired people. Like if you've been to like an NBA game at halftime where they're like, bring out the Hall of Famers, and they'll like jog out there and everything, but they'll be out of breath like Edge was earlier. And that's kind of what I get from Shane a little bit here. But next to Braun. Braun. By the way, this, like, if you're watching the YouTube version, this is basically like life-size depiction of them next to each other.
Huge and not so huge.
Yes.
But see, what I get is that, I feel like Shane is going to wear Braun out. Like, Braun going to do all this crazy stuff, beat Shane up, and think like, and then Shane's going to get up. Because I feel like that's what the McMahons do. And going to do something crazy and hurt Braun.
That you are Brice, you're so good. Like, because we will get at least one elbow from the top of the cage onto the announce desk with Braun on top of it. Like, there's like no way or something like that, because that's all Shane does. He just throws himself off of large objects.
Yeah.
And so let me guess, Shane is the bad guy, Braun is the good guy.
It's confusing. Yes. But it's weird. But we
am I ever going to get a straight yes or no? Okay.
We didn't.
No, it's wrestling. You'll never get a straight yes or no.
Yeah.
So it's not your fault.
Strange.
Yeah. So Shane has kind of been making fun of Braun for the past few weeks. It's been real weird. We've been talking about it on the show, how we're very confused because Braun keeps coming out and telling Shane, basically, stop picking on me, because Shane keeps talking about how stupid he is. Shane is like, Shane will say something and he'll be like, but I bet you can't spell that. And it's just like, am I supposed to be feeling bad for Braun Strowman because he's getting bullied by Shane McMahon? It's like, this dynamic is weird here.
Brice, I feel like I'm seeing the social worker come out a little bit in you. This is and I get it. That's why we're a little confused. What's going on here? But I will say Shane has had some funny burns for Braun, but it's not nice. Bullying is not okay.
No.
Right. Be a star.
Be a star. Show tolerance and respect. Let's go.
So, official predictions.
I mean, so the Brice wants to say Braun is going to win, but Spicy Bricey is going to say that Shane is going to do something like illegal or unfair, and he's going to take he's going to take the win.
The win.
All right.
Honestly, either really could happen. We don't know what's going to happen in this match, to be quite honest. Next up. Oh, this is going to be fun. We have the Intercontinental Championship match. which is Big E, who is the champion, versus Apollo Crews. So first off, Big E.
Okay, come on, cousin. Okay.
Yes.
That cousin you see this GIF is very much so giving that cousin that you have not seen in like 10 years, and you like walking up, he like, hey cuz, what's going on? I haven't seen you. How you doing? What's up with your mom? She still make that peach cobbler? Not the peach cobbler. So
yes. Big E is the current Intercontinental Champion. But what else? What else are we getting from Big E here, Brice?
I really love his kimono style of dress. I like, who needs sleeves when you got guns for days.
That's right.
Tricep meat.
That's
his words, not mine.
I was gonna say what's for dinner, but okay. He got the tricep meat out. It looks like other things could be out in this outfit, but he definitely looks confident. He definitely looks funny. He definitely looks deranged, and that's a great combination because you want people to think that you're deranged because they'll be scared of you. But he's rubbing his hands together, and that's a good Issa Look photo is, people that kind of like fold their hands in, but we see a lot of his hands, and I can see his thumbs in both of the times that he's moving this GIF. So that is very bad juju.
Oh
no!
You want to see the hands, but no thumbs. And the way he's moving it, I see him when he interlocks them and doesn't put them. But I'm gonna give him grace because this could be because it's a GIF or a GIF, and in the actual photo, maybe his thumbs were not in it, but I get good energy. I get that he is a competitor. I get that Big E don't play, and they call him Big E for a reason. So I'm liking what I'm giving here. I like the style. It looks like he is, a trendsetter in his own right. So I love the colors. I love the collar. Looks like it could zip up. So I'm here for it's a look for Big E for me.
Now, Brice, what do you think about that arm placement though? Because the arms are about an inch below the nipple, which I think is a good sign. So I'm not sure what to really make of this one.
It's hard with the tricep meat out when you're that muscular. So it's hard because it's a gift. So it's like when you look at it, it's kind of up, kind of down. So I do think the placement is a little high in my opinion, but I'm gonna go ahead and give Cousin E some grace, and this is probably my favorite look so far.
Oh yay! Big E, former member of the New Day. We will talk about them later. He is a Black male wrestler who prides himself on basically being accessible, and not a stereotype. In a sense that he loves to be goofy. This is him being really goofy. He loves to be playful. He loves to make jokes. He loves gaming. If you look kind of closely to his tights there, they're cartoons on them. Because he has started a Kickstarter with a producer and like some other producer friends, where it's called something like our history, Matt. Yeah,
it's our heroes rock, and it's all about Black history and featuring like people from Black history in really compelling, interesting ways. So he's doing big things even outside of the ring.
I love it.
Yes, he's all about bringing awareness to Black people. And so we love Big E. His opponent here is Apollo Crews.
Oh, Apollo Crews is giving me very much so CeeLo Green's relative somewhere, somehow.
Hopefully he wasn't partaking in what CeeLo was partaking.
Not before the match.
Yes.
Apollo is giving me Gladiator. I definitely like Apollo's outfit as well. I love Apollo's yoga pants. I love, his arm sleeves. He is definitely a double D. Built to last, bald head with a beard. Giving me Black boy joy, giving me very confident. if I read more into this GIF, I feel as though Apollo is maybe like somebody I probably would not like. I feel like he is a little too arrogant, a little too confident, a little too think that his own ish don't stink, and very much so like what he says goes. I get from Apollo in this GIF.
Yes, Apollo. This is like just a big meaty melanin men slapping meats.
I was going to say
a Big E quote. We have to say it every time. It's just
big meaty men slapping meats.
Oh,
yep.
That sounds like a.
We can't have that on YouTube.
Yes, Apollo here. He is challenging Big E for the Intercontinental Championship, and they have been feuding for been at least 3 or 4 years or so. The big story is. Did I say years? Oh my god, it feels like years. It's been months. I meant to say since the beginning of the year. But the big thing in between it was Apollo Crews, if you can see, he embraced his roots recently. So from the GIF, can you guess what I mean by he embraced his roots?
Is this like his heritage flag or tribal something? Maybe like I can't really see. I mean, it looks like the colors are on his thighs, big melanin meaty thighs. So I don't. What's only color I see is green, so I'm thinking Nigerian, but maybe not.
Yes. Ding ding ding. Yes. Where's our bell?
Ding ding. Yes. Yeah. Because the Brice is giving it. Yeah.
Y'all just got a third co-host. Listen.
Let's go.
So yes.
He's embracing his Nigerian roots. This is a brand new thing for him. He's exploring his identity. It's a beautiful thing. He's living his truth. He's living it, right, Mari?
Yes.
I'm loving all of these stories from these melanin kings that we're getting about, like, you know, Big E breaking barriers down of like how he doesn't want to be the stereotypical, like from what you just told me, like because he's big and black, I'm not intimidating, essentially, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I love that. And I love Apollo Crews, you know, accepting his roots and like making it a topic of conversation. So I'm loving these melanin kings. They both gonna win, period.
That's the official prediction?
That's the official prediction. They both won.
Yes.
We'll take it.
And they'll be fighting in a Nigerian drum match.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do tell.
We don't know either.
Oh, we know.
I'm a little concerned, honestly.
And was this Apollo Crews' setting up, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so, because he's challenging Big E for his intercontinental breakfast.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay.
It looks like it. Oh,
yes.
That meat.
Man. What y'all calling it? Oh. Okay.
I was gonna go to another.
I was keeping it cute, but
yeah,
you said bacon.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
I love it.
I'll say scrapple. But what was the combination that you said? Big melanin moosey. What was it?
big meaty men slapping meats.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. I like to go to that show.
Yes. Wouldn't we all?
Oh my god.
So official prediction is they'll both win. I mean, honestly, WWE could find a way. Like it'll be scratch. Like it's just no winners, no losers. Shenanigans galore.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Especially since we don't know what a Nigerian drum match is. I'm still trying to figure that out. That's gonna be so funny.
But shout out to all the Nigerians that know what it is and that will tune in for that. I'm here for that, okay?
Yes.
Oh, man.
So next up is the WWE Championship match, which is Bobby Lashley as the champion versus Drew McIntyre, who is the challenger. First up, we have Drew McIntyre.
Oh. I mean, I don't get much from this photo of Drew. Just, shirts. I can see body. I definitely get antagonizer from this of Drew. He looks like he's got a couple of wins, more losers than wins under his belt. But yeah, nothing special. I mean, after these, Melanin Princes, Drew ain't really selling me nothing.
Yes, and this is his official, like all of the ones where they're like cut out like this is their official WrestleMania 37 gif. Like, and this is so lackluster.
Right.
Really.
Are you hungry?
Yeah.
Are you?
I don't know what he's doing.
Are you with child?
Maybe.
It's like Drew McIntyre's like trying to like joke for our audio listeners here. He's like throwing his head back and laughing, like fake laughing, putting his hands on his stomach. I don't know. It gives me nothing.
I feel like this is one of the situations where, Brice, like when you're talking about Issa Look, like why is someone posed the way that they are, that there had to be like some direction. They're like, okay, give us like one of those deep laughs. And he's like, like this is not.
No, I feel like, Matt, this is one of the ones where you get in front of the camera and you do your own thing at first, and then the camera person is like, okay, maybe you just put your hands on your hip and you smile. So, I definitely feel like this is Drew on his own. So lackluster. We see all of his hands, not a good sign. So yeah, we're not loving this at all for a Issa Look type of prediction. So hopefully Bobby Lashley, is he related to Ali Lashley? Do we know?
Maybe we'll see.
Let's see.
Do we know? What in the Debo rest his soul is going on here?
Look, this is take it in. What are you seeing, Brice? What are you picking up on here?
I am getting like Men in Black meets Friday. Yeah, Bobby Lashley is, he's in leather tights, moon boots with a WWE belt on, which I would actually say it actually fits nice. He's shirtless, very strong, got those elbow, wrists, knee bracelets on, and is looking like he is filming a TikTok video. So I'm inclined to like Bobby Lashley, aka Ali Lashley's cousin, a little bit more than Drew, just because I feel like he's giving more, and he got his bodyguard / cousin / manager behind him. But they both are giving me bad guy vibes, though.
Yeah.
Brice, you said this is giving you TikTok vibes. Like, what is there like a trend that you're picking up on here? Like,
you heard the song "She a Runner, She a Rock Star, She on her way." Like, it looks like Bobby Lashley is trying to do that whole, that trend. That trend.
Hey, maybe that's what he's going for.
Trying to go viral.
I'm not on TikTok, so unless it gets to TikTok viral, then I don't know what it is. To Twitter viral, then that's when I know. Like once I let Twitter filter out the TikToks for me, because if they're good enough, they make it to Twitter.
Yeah, pretty much. What is going on behind Bobby Lashley? What's the deal? See, this is where I feel like I need to know, like, what's the family member? What are you picking up on there? Because I'll give you it. It's his manager.
So what I get from this manager is he about that heat and that smoke. I feel like this manager, he be fighting with him. I feel like this manager will, bury a couple of bodies. I feel like this manager will run out and get him a Popeye's chicken sandwich at 3 a.m. I feel like, this manager, I feel like he's about that. Like, I don't know what his cousin / uncle, but this is his uncle, but it's like, we all got that uncle that's like the same age, that same age as us, that grew up with us, that's like, how your uncle the same age? Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love how like I love how Lashley's thing is the Popeyes chicken sandwiches, and who could blame him? Who could blame him?
I just call them the sandwich because they're the only ones that matter when I order. So.
Yeah.
But yes, Bobby Lashley. The funny thing is, Drew McIntyre was the former WWE champion. MVP, Bobby Lashley's manager, enlisted The Miz. We're not going to go into it, but he enlisted somebody else to beat up Drew, to take the belt off of Drew so Bobby Lashley could beat that person up to get the title. Yes.
It sounds like, this just an outsider looking in, and I don't want to be disrespectful to none of the wrestling fans, but it sounds like a lot of illegal stuff and like a couple of police reports need to be. I'm a social worker. Somebody didn't just set somebody on fire. We need to call somebody. Okay. You just described to me a hired hit. We need to call the police.
The lawyers.
Okay.
Look, we're not condoning it. We're not condoning the violence. We're just talking about it. But yeah, there was a hired hit on this man. He might not make it to WrestleMania for all we know.
Exactly, because just 2 weeks ago, Bobby Lashley and MVP said whoever can take out Drew McIntyre before WrestleMania will have his title shot.
Brice, you're upset. Are you really upset if they take out Drew? If they take out Drew McIntyre, grabbing his little
911, they just told me I'm doing a podcast with Maury and Matt Scott.
Oh my God.
Yes. I don't know where they from. His name Bobby Lashley. The wrestler. Listen, I'm trying to save a life. Okay. Have I been drinking?
That was close.
And the minute you hung up, WWE's lawyers probably already are buried it under the rug.
Yeah, another lawsuit. It's all cool.
Oh my God. So, official predictions.
I'm going
walks
with
away?
Bobby Lashley, aka Ali Lashley's cousin, because I love his Balenciaga moon boots 2013. I'm here for it.
Yes.
And I don't want him to hit out on me. So I don't want no smoke.
Yeah.
Right. Stay on his good side. Let's stay on his good side. Okay, next up, we got some women here for you, Brice. Is the Raw Women's Championship match between the champion Asuka versus the challenger Rhea Ripley. So first up, we have Asuka.
Oh, okay. She's very much so giving me if it's up, then it's stuck. If it's up, then it's up, and it's up, then it's stuck. Okay. So I like Ashna. I like she's giving me body, she's giving me playfulness, she's giving me I don't got time. She is very okay. So I don't know why all of these characters I can just relate to like classic or like to my Black family members, but she is giving me the auntie that comes to the party, drinks too much, and be like, y'all can't keep up with me. This is Aunt Tina. Okay, that's what this,
Yes, this is a gif of Asuka coming down the ring with her little mask on, her kabuki-like style mask, and her robe, just showing off. Asuka is one of the best Japanese women's wrestlers in the world, and this is her style, very kind of like that Harajuku-ish kind of style here, Brice. Very colorful.
I like the purple lining of her jacket, cute, giving me sass, but also, what the spirits of the Issa Look are telling me is that, you know how I forget, maybe it was Drew or somebody else who I said when he was walking down with this confidence that I felt like was backed upable. This is very much so giving me the confidence is like the mask that she's wearing. It's not real. And I feel like she be getting beat up a lot of the times.
That's a good point because Brice, not only is she just walking out but she is literally putting her hands out there. She's shaking those thumbs at you. So she's saying, come get me. I got this. Shaking her thumbs. and other things too.
She is currently the Raw Women's Champion.
Oh, okay.
However, they haven't been booking her well. She actually a few weeks ago she got her tooth kicked out of her mouth, like legit. There was an accident in the ring, and another women's wrestler kicked her in the mouth, and her tooth came flying out.
Oh,
so
assault.
Add it to the list.
Yes.
I was like, Brice, please don't call again. They probably won't answer.
Okay.
Yes. And her opponent is Rhea Ripley.
Oh. Oh, see, okay. I'm liking Rhea Ripley. I like her somewhat mullet style of hair. I like all of the blackness. I like her vest with studs on it. I like what she is giving. But Rhea Ripley is not. It's another confidence thing. Like, I feel like first of all, her side profile is to die for. And actually, you know what? I'm going to take that back. Rhea Ripley is serving it for the Issa Look gods. She's got her hands in her pockets. You can't see her thumbs. She's only giving you a side of her face. She's dressed for the gods. And she's giving me a perfect Issa Look, Rhea Ripley.
Yes.
It's just that her facial expression for me, and see, this is why the GIFs for Issa Look can be good or it can be bad. Because if this was a photo of just her side, I would be like, yes, she's it. But that bit of that video that we can see, I am not believing her confidence in her going into this match. I feel like, she's worried to go against the champion.
Yeah, I think she honestly, the thing I get from this, I think she's an Issa Look fan, and she says, I need to keep my thumb tucked away. I need to have the right look on my face. I think she's a little bit in her head, Brice, listening to you and trying to take your tips for whatever she's posing for. So, and I'll also just say that lack of confidence, it makes sense because she is newer. She just debuted on the Raw roster officially. And there's a lot that she's still figuring out. So wow, Brice, you're really seeing some things right now with these
very
people.
good at this. Yes. Rhea just debuted about 3 or 4 weeks ago. It'll basically be her. Well, no, because they did have a match on Raw just yesterday, but she just debuted on Raw. In her debut, she came out, she looked Asuka in the face and challenged her to a title shot at WrestleMania. So, she's new. She's new. Well, she's new to the main roster. She's been in the WWE and on their third brand for about 2 or 3 years now. So, but this is the big leagues. This is her first really, really big league match. She did have a WrestleMania match last year for the NXT Women's title, but she lost it. And she had all this confidence going into it. She lost it, and then she just never found her way back until just recently. So this is going to be a good match. We've been talking about it for a while. It's going to be a good match. Can you guess if anybody is leaning towards either good or bad?
I'm going to go against my better judgment, and I'm going to say that Rhea is probably good.
Honestly, probably. Yes, sure. Because
not probably.
I guess the general warning we should give you is sometimes WWE just does not care. Like, sometimes they're just like, it's a good guy, it's a bad guy. Sometimes they're kind of like, they're fighting. Pick your side. And I kind of feel like this is kind of one of them. Rhea is, she came out to a lot of fanfare. A lot of people like her. I like her or whatever, but I'm a huge Asuka fan, and a lot of people are a huge Asuka fan. And neither of them have really shown any really heely type of, any bad guy type of energy, in the storyline itself. It's kind of like they're just fighting for the title. So It's basically it's a take your pick. Who do you want to win? Honestly, that's all it really is.
Yeah.
Since I'm a new guy, I'm gonna go with the newbie, even though I really do like the returning champion. But I'm gonna ride out with my girl Rhea.
By the way, Brice, what do you think of
position.
that? What do you think of that leather metal studded situation she has going on?
I mean, I don't know how much y'all keep up with Survivor, but in Survivor Cagayan, on my press look, I had me a jean little jacket with some studs on it. So I'm here for that. I like it a lot. Listen, she my girl. I'm here for it. Don't be scared, boo.
Right, there you go. So next up, we just have it's a regular match. Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. Basically, two best friends about to fight. That's Kevin Owens.
Not me and Wendell about to fight. Okay.
Yes, exactly. Very that.
Okay. Well, Kevin Owens giving me a little bigger body, you know, body yada 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 yada. So I mean, okay, that's definitely Wendell.
Yeah, what do you think of his shorts tank top situation?
I mean, it's hard to tell because he's sitting down. He's looking tired, hungry, and or sleepy. Does the shirt say
Maybe
KO?
Hangry.
Hangry.
Yes, KO.
Right. So, I mean, I like, black. Listen, I call a black on black a cat suit. So, whenever in the wintertime when I gain my little weight, I like to wear me a black on black cat suit because it makes you slimmer. So I like the black on black little cat suit with the writings on his shorts. And does he have one like high?
Shorts?
Yeah.
It says the shorts say fight. And then he has on like knee pads kind of.
He has like a high. He wears this knee pad boot combo that's kind of like like burlesque-ish, pulled up to the he really doesn't show a lot of leg.
Burlesque.
I like the thigh boot. Okay, Kevin with the thigh highs.
Yes. Very like kind of like what the MMA, the bigger MMA guys kind of wear, like the shorts, the longer shorts, and then the tanks. Moment. What do you think about his facial expression here?
He looks over it. He looks defeated. He looks tired. Does not look like, but also the vibes that I'm getting. If you ever think about back in school, there was always like a bully, and the bully would always pick on people. And I'm not saying that he's a bully. I'm saying he is giving me quiet, not much. And I always feel like the bully, when they pick on somebody like him, they always meet their match. He always don't sleep on him. He can open up a can of whoop somebody's So hard to tell from this gif. It's not really a Issa Look. It's more so giving me Issa sleep. But
all right. So here is his enemy, former best friend, rival, all of the above. They're both Sami Zayn.
Yes, come and if this was a Wendell and me, I would definitely be Sami. Okay, he's very much so giving me.
This is your match.
Okay, very much so giving me another TikTok viral challenge going on right here. I'm just trying to figure out what song he's dancing to. Looks.
What you looking for?
Was this he was dancing to when Logan Paul was coming out? Matt, I remember.
He's dancing to Bryce's music.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
He's listening to the Purple Pants podcast theme song.
Yeah. Issa. I mean, I don't know if the rhythm to the Purple Pants podcast goes exactly to him, but Baby Boy is having a good time. He's in a 4-piece suit with a vest, looks like a tuxedo shirt, tuxedo pants, got his hair out, got a beard. But for me, this gift is giving overconfidence. And again, that scares me going into a match like this, when especially like, and he's definitely giving me like bully teasing vibes, like he ha 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 ha. And listen, you don't want to bully somebody like Kevin, because they might be quiet, they might not be saying nothing, they might let you put your hand in their face, but when he get enough, Kevin could come alive.
So this gif of Sami, he's dancing, Mari was saying, to Logan Paul. Logan Paul came out. Brice, do you know anything about Logan Paul from YouTube? Anything about him?
Is he the one that faked his death?
Probably. Mari,
he's done a lot of stuff. Yeah, he's done a lot. I don't know. I cannot confirm, because I actively do not follow him.
Yeah, we're literally asking if you know anything about it. Well, Logan Paul is going to be somewhere at ringside around this match for some reason. Probably doing like one of those YouTube prank videos or something like that. I don't know how that stuff works.
Because this is at Sami Zayn's premiere party. Sami Zayn has had a documentary crew following him around because he is convinced that the WWE is a conspiracy against him.
He's a big time conspiracy theorist.
Yes. So he was showing off his documentary of the conspiracy, and his best friend Kevin Owens basically said, "I'm going to beat some sense into you. Like, give this up. There's no conspiracy against you. If I have to knock some sense into you at WrestleMania, then I will."
His best friend.
And like I said, I'm going with Kevin.
Well, it's probably about right.
So that window to you, window beats the sense into you.
Yeah.
When you're out of pocket.
No, not in that sense. But in the crazy conspiracies, if I go crazy with the conspiracy, then yeah, window would need to beat the sense into me. But
rein you in there.
Rein me in.
Well, maybe next year at WrestleMania. It sounds like you're challenging when?
I mean, first of all, that would never be a challenge. I would clearly take Wendell. We've had wrestling matches before, and I've won.
Wow.
Dang. Wendell, he's calling you out. So WrestleMania 38.
Y'all gonna be my managers though. I need y'all right now. Okay, all right,
of course. Yeah. And then like when the ref's not looking, we'll throw like you some brass nuts. Yes.
Yeah.
Hold him against the rope while I like ram him. Yes.
We'll like spray some purple mist in his eyes or something like that. We got him.
We got it. We know the ropes. We know the ropes.
Yeah.
I'm here.
So official prediction is Kevin Owens then. All right. So our next match is the Raw Tag Team Championship match. This is the New Day. Like we said, Big E was currently a part of this stable. Previously a part of this stable. It's the New Day. They are the champions versus AJ Styles and Omos. We are going to show you AJ Styles and Omos first.
Oh. Do you remember that show on MTV? It was like Rob and
Robin Big. That's exactly it. Very that.
That's what they are giving me. AJ Styles and Omos.
AJ Styles is the shorter one.
You don't say.
Yeah, you got that. I didn't even tell you.
AJ. Yeah, he is an AJ.
I mean, they kind of give me an iconic duo. It looks like he's throwing up the Hova Rock sign. So, that's, I bang with Rock Nation and Beyonce. So, yeah. And then Ohms, I like his swag. He's giving me very much Zara. Okay. Big and tall.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't.
So we gotta ask you, family members. What are your family members you're getting for them?
I am getting that their auntie. I'm getting that Aunt Pamela had a couple foster kids, and she brought some foster kids in, and they spent like 3-4 years together. Then they went their own separate ways, but they still call each other brothers. So they're like brothers, is what I get. Like, they were like,
And the one does the talking, the other one does the fighting.
Clearly AJ Styles, the way with everything that he gives me is that he is very much runs his mouth and Ohms backs it up.
See, I thought you were gonna say that AJ was like the aunt in the situation because people do because of his hair. Not from me, but they say he looks like a soccer mom, and I'm just saying maybe that's it.
It's been said on TV.
Oh, it has been. Not a soccer mom.
Yes.
And Owens has been his bodyguard for, it's been a while now. It's been since midway of last year, I want to say. And when Chappelle was on here, Chappelle coined the term black henchman.
Oh.
And
yes, that is his black henchman.
Yes, there's a lot of black henchmen in WWE as of right now. There's a few.
What do you think about the jacket that Owens is wearing? Because, like, to me, it doesn't seem that convenient. It's a very thick winter jacket.
Yeah. I mean, Owens is giving me very much so he's an NBA player, and before they be walking into the games, then all of a sudden how they all are like style, like, where are y'all going?
Right.
So he's giving me very much so taking the lead from the NBA when they be like walking into like the locker rooms all styled up. So Owens wanted to have his moment. And for him being like 7'11", 632 pounds, I'm going to give Owens his flowers.
You think he's gonna rip off the jacket and just have a jersey and some Jordans on?
I mean, it looked like he got a turtleneck and a chain on. So I don't know what's under the coat, but yeah. But I feel like he would be something. He will wear something similar to the other guy, like a black tank top with some knee pads and some shorts.
Yeah, because we haven't seen him wrestle really. He's only ever been on like the outside. Yeah, he's only ever been on the outside with AJ. So it'll be the first time we'll see him wrestle, hopefully, unless they pull some weird shenanigans. And here are their opponents, the champions, the New Day.
Oh. I like the New Day. They look familiar. I wonder if those are the people that came to like Hearts of Reality. Maybe not. I don't know. But I like the New Day. The New Day kind of give me what's the rap group? Sway Lee and
Ray Shrummer.
Ray Shrummer. Even though we don't really like the other one, we just like Sway Lee. But yeah, they give me very much so tag team, duo, definitely brothers. Yeah, they get busy. And I can tell that they're the fan favorites, and I can definitely tell that AJ and Ohms are not liked, and I'm only saying that by the people in the background of the kids going like that.
Yeah,
I didn't even see that. That's so funny. I didn't even notice that.
No.
But yes, and this is Big E used to be a part. They used to be like a little faction. They used to be a faction where they had the tag team belts. They had the WWE title at one point. And again, they're black men. They're these two are fathers, and Xavier Woods, the one on the left, without the dreads.
With the trombone.
With the trombone, yes, he has the trombone in his hand. Again, they're goofy, they're funny, they like video games. He is going to be one of the new hosts of G4 when the G4 channel comes back. Yeah, he signed a deal with them, and he'll be hosting some G4 stuff. So, again, very positive role models. Everybody loves them, as you can tell. They're like, what are they at now, Matt? Like 11-time tag team champions, I think.
They could be 10 or 11. All the time tag. Yeah, I think 11-time tag team champions. They're just a mainstay. 11-time tag team champions. They're all over the place. They are like just serial good guys. Like you can kind of just tell, like you were saying, Brice, you can't help but love them. There's that big smile. Ooh.
And they're the longest reigning tag team champions of all time. They beat that mark about 3 or 4 years ago, something like that. Time is irrelevant, guys. We're in a Panera Bread. So, so you nailed it. But who do you think is going to win this match?
I'm going with the New Day, period. I ain't breaking up no 11-year champion. I want the good guys to win. I'm here for it. The soccer mom could go back to the field and get the coffee. I'm here for boys to men. Okay.
We'll see though. We have no clue what to expect from Owens. I think he's going to be flying all over the ring, flipping, dipping, all of it. So that's what I'm hoping for. But we'll see about that.
I could not imagine. He's so big, man. That'd be funny. I would love that.
I believe in him.
Okay, we're almost here at the final stretch. Oh, this is the final stretch. This is our main event of the night. The SmackDown Women's Championship match. Sasha Banks is the champion versus Bianca Belair. We're going to show you Bianca Belair first.
Oh, I'm liking Bianca Belair. She's giving me very much so sweetie. My type, that's my type. Okay.
There you go.
Giving me very much so city girls. Act right, you could get smacked up.
Yeah.
Act right, you could get smacked up. I like the ponytail, but girl, that's going to get you in trouble. Girl, you should not be wrestling with that much type of hair. We need to. She got to wrap her up, but I like her vibe. I like her lipstick. Paying homage to Little Kim. With the color. I'm liking Bianca.
Yes, Bianca Belair is the 2021 Women's Royal Rumble winner. Sorry, Royal Rumble winner. So she won the big Royal Rumble in January for the right to face the champion of her choosing, and she picked Sasha Banks.
Yeah, and despite the big braid, she beat 29 other women to win that match. So she is not to be played
with the braid in.
With the braid.
With the braid. Mm-hmm.
And ain't none of them pull it.
Oh no, it got pulled a lot. It actually helped another women's wrestler get back into the ring at the Royal Rumble.
What in the Rapunzel are you talking about?
Literally,
we'll send you the clip. Yes, but it was another African American women's wrestler, Naomi. They had a really cool spot at the Royal Rumble where they kind of helped each other. Bianca Belair's one of her mottos is that she's Black history in the making.
Oh, that's her.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard about her. I like her.
Oh, you've heard about her.
I don't know. Maybe if it was through listening through y'all or seeing some of your posts about talk. I've definitely have heard Black history in the making.
Yes. Yes, exactly. And she's been on it. They've had her on everything. I think she was on Kelly Clarkson's show. I saw a clip where she was on Kelly Clarkson's show, like
the Kelly Clarkson show that replaced the Steve Harvey show.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's Kelly Clarkson, but they've had her on every interview imaginable before the Rumble, which was in January, all the way up to now. So any more vibes from her? Any family vibes? Any last thoughts on Bianca Belair?
She reminds me of me. I feel like she is like the younger sister that like gets her way, that has been through a lot, but still she ain't about that play life. She's giggly, fun, but she'll whoop you with the ponytail. So I like her. I'm nervous to see Sasha because I like her.
Well, here's Sasha Banks.
What in the City Girls? What in the Young Miami and JT is going on?
Yep. So this will be a history-making match. For the first time, two Black women will be wrestling for the Women's Championship match at WrestleMania.
Oh, y'all gotta tell me y'all gotta send me stuff about this one. Now, I'm excited. Of course. I like Sasha. Sasha is giving me very much so Little Kim crush on you. She's giving me JT vibes. She's giving me cute, innocent. But she also is giving me like that crazy girlfriend that don't play. Like, don't be texting my man, or I will pull up and actually pulls up. And I feel like she is like I love the jacket. Okay, first let's just talk about the fashions here. This is by far the best fashions that we have seen thus far in WrestleMania, and undoubtedly it's because of our melanin queens. But yeah, I am definitely feeling her jacket, a little Michael Jackson homage, a little bit more sexier, little boy shorts, riding with her little, and my Selena Dad's voice, a boosty caca. Oh my God, I'm loving Sasha too, though. Oh my God, wait, why can't they be tag team?
They did tag team. They put them together for a few matches. They were in it, going for it too. But yeah, why do we need them to fight? Let's bring them together. Jesus. Do I need my sage again?
This is so. I mean, if I'm going by the GIF and GIF alone, because I love these black queens, I am probably going to put my money on Bianca.
Okay. Yes.
I just say that from the gifs or gifs. I feel like Bianca's stance in the GIF is more fight ready. Like, you remember when you used to play Mortal Kombat and you would click on the person and they'd be like, like, that's what Bianca, do that again, Maury. That was perfect. Oh my God. I just officially do not like Maury. Okay. I just looked up and I did not see you. I literally saw Mortal Kombat. I swear, I just saw Mortal Kombat. I was like, what? Okay. All right. Sorry, I was not ready for that Mortal Kombat.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I had to do it.
Girl, you got right into the stand.
Now you know what I deal with. You know what I deal with here.
Yes, I don't know how you do it, man. I'll be dying. But what I'm saying is, okay, clearly in Mortal Kombat, somebody is hovering over Bianca and she is like ready to go. And if they were to like jump into fight mode right from this GIF, Bianca, in my opinion, in this GIF is more at a like fight ready stance. I feel like Sasha in this, she could be pushed or off her tilt from the GIF alone. And that's what I'm going with. But I actually really love both of these. I'm thinking I'm gonna follow both of them on my
Instagram. Please do.
Well, like,
this is great follows.
And to build, I think that's pretty spot on. So Bianca goes by, her nickname is the EST. She's the EST of WWE because she is the smartest, the fastest, the strongest, the bestest, toughest. And then Sasha is the boss. She's the boss. And I think
legit boss.
She's the legit boss, but also she does look like she's about to get slapped by Bianca again. So.
Not again.
Yeah, well, Sasha did the slapping first. So me and Matt, we keep going back and forth on this, like who we think should win this match, because honestly, we want them both to win.
Brice knows.
Brice
knows. I know who's winning.
So Bianca's outfit, she actually makes all her own gear.
Oh. Come on, entrepreneur.
Yes, she makes her own gear. Sasha's husband makes her gear and all her stuff. Yes, and they're just the best. Honestly, this is gonna be so hard. What we're hoping is, Brice, that they main event night 1 of WrestleMania, so it'll even be more historic because it'll only be the second time in history would women main event WrestleMania. But again, it'll be 2 black women main eventing WrestleMania, which has never happened.
And it would be the first time that 2 black people main event WrestleMania.
True.
So give us the history. Give us the history.
I'm here for it. Come on, Sasha Fierce.
Yeah.
Yes. And Sasha's Snoop Dogg's cousin as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you do you watch The Mandalorian on Disney Plus, The Mandalorian, like Star Wars?
I don't got that login.
Well, she's on Star Wars. She was in the Star Wars series The Mandalorian last year, which really like boosted her mainstream appeal. So this is a big match. This is a big match, a big draw, and we're just so excited for it. Again, we'll get into our in-depth WrestleMania predictions later on in the week, but Brice, that's all we have for you.
Oh,
yes,
no.
that's the main event. That was the main event.
Okay. So it's so crazy looking back at this photo now. So that's Bianca okay. See, now in this
Issa Look this one. Yeah, give us your opinion on this
one. I might be going with Sasha on this one. Because Sasha is giving me like I'm the pretty girl and y'all ain't never expected me to go. Like, I don't know. But at the end of the day, it's still my baby daddy in that middle, the Samoan
Roman Reigns.
Yeah. Roman, make it rain on me.
Whoa.
Lord, won't you put some
YouTube, right? I was like, will we get taken down?
The copyrights.
Brice, you won't take us down for using your song, will you?
Oh. Okay, Maury, that's strike 2.
Oh my! All right, I'm gonna just sit here and be quiet.
Yeah, please.
This was so much fun. Oh my God, I'm sad it's over. I'm ready to keep talking. But yes, I'm excited for all of the melanin star power that it seems that WrestleMania is WrestleMania WWE?
Yes.
Okay. Now, before we go, so I can just get some more of my wrestling facts out. Now, what was like the other wrestling that's like on the other channel
It was WCW. So around the time you were watching, it was WWE versus WCW.
Child, Maury, you is on strike number.
I was answering your question.
Okay, go ahead.
Was around when you watched. Currently, the other product is AEW. Yeah, that's on TNT right now. So we talk about that. We were talking about that as well, but WrestleMania coming up, we are focusing all of our energy on WWE because it's the road to WrestleMania. But yeah, that's all we have for you for the Issa Look.
Yeah. And Brice, your powers are evident. You nailed it basically with WWE. So we're gonna see how it pans out.
Yes, y'all have to let me know, and y'all have to you gotta report back to me how my predictions did.
We definitely will. And again, like I said, we will definitely have you on a future podcast because you'll get to see them in action. What we normally do is we invite our guests on and then we send you clips throughout the week of what we're going to go over. That way you don't have to watch the whole shows and stuff. We just send you a few clips. It is a lot of clips, I'm not going to lie, but but they're normally about 3 to 5 minutes, so they're not that long. Yeah. And then we have you react to the clips. So we definitely would love to get you on a little later. When we
Well, we family now, we cousins. So of course I would love to come back. This was so much fun.
We'll be here. Maybe WWE will have a loved ones visit that we could bring you on for. So we'll see. I'm here. But Brice, I want to ask what. So we know each week you have the Purple Pants podcast coming out. What did you have going on this week's episode? So, bam, there's our graphic.
Oh, yeah. Come on. Bam. It's the graphics that are unbeat for me. So, yes, this week's episode, Chappelle and I, we have started a monthly, it's kind of like a book club, but it's a monthly Black cinema classic. And this month we are doing Set It Off. So we reviewed Set It Off, and we really got to talk about Set It Off came out in 1996, and despite what Maury says, I was 1 year old at the time. So watching that movie back then and watching it now, it was kind of just crazy to pick up on some of the things that you don't really get to see. And it's really sad to see a lot of the systemic issues that were plaguing that movie that are actually still happening right now. So Chappelle and I walked through that. Then we got my mom's Barb's message, and I've got the Freak of the Week. so it's a really fun episode. And yeah, I'm just excited to be in a place where I can create these podcasts. I feel like I tell y'all this, but I feel like my podcast has started out in not that I ever felt like they tried to like box me in something, but they're like, you should review TV shows. And I'm like, I love to do that. But the more I grow and the more I evolve with the podcast, my podcast is more about like health and wellness. It's more about like life. It's more about like real lived experiences. So I just love to see the evolution and the growth of my podcast. And like, I love my first and last time listeners. I love my Purple Pants posses. I love, everything about it. And I really love, and I don't know if you guys do this, but I love to go back and like listen to like my first episodes and be like, "Ooh, girl, what was she doing?" And
this one,
it's a little bit too close.
We're still in it. Like, we're not.
But keep going. It's like it's real. And mind you, that's how I feel. Like honestly, for me, every podcast is like birthing a baby. Literally. Because you know what it's like to the back end side of it, and really trying to make sure that you can create content that your audience wants to hear, but also like staying true to yourself and being like, what really is what resonates for you, and that feeling of not feeling guilty for wanting to talk about what the hell you want to talk about. So I find the more you do it and the more that you guys get your groove on, and I think that you get more comfortable. So I'm excited to see the growth that you guys have. But even though, in my opinion, I think it's fantastic already.
Thank you so much, Brice.
I don't know if I'll make it to the end of this podcast. I'm just starting to tear up a little bit. But thank you, Brice, for like paving the way for us, for being here as part of this podcast. And we're here. We are doing it. We are putting out a podcast. There's also some melanin here. Hopefully people don't mind because that's who we are. But thank you for being here, Brice, and for showing up, coming to our little podcast over here.
Right, our little corner circle. Brice, can you plug everywhere people can find you?
Yes, the baby boy is the Twitter, the Facebook, the TikTok, Brice Izyah, BriceIzyah. And every Tuesday, Issa Purple Pants Podcast.
Look at that.
Yes. And as for us, you can always email us at wrestling@RHAPhasAwebsite.com. You can find us on Twitter using the hashtag WrestlingRHAPup, or you can follow us on Twitter at WrestlingRHAPup. Matt, where can people find you?
You could find me at MattScottGW, mainly on Twitter. Hit me on Instagram if you want, on Stereo, where we're going to be going live after Wrestlemania on Saturday and Sunday. Also, the RHAP Patreon group, I'm all over. I'm easy to find.
Yes. And you can you can find me on Twitter at Mari Talks Too Much, and also on Stereo at Mari Talks Too Much. That's 2 like the number 2. We have our own podcast feed, so please go rate, review, and subscribe to the Wrestling RHAPup's podcast feed. You can also find us at the Reality TV RHAPup's podcast feed. You can throw some stars over there too, but send them to us first.
Yes, please.
And if you leave any reviews, we might read your review on the podcast. So guys, I mean, like literally my cheeks really, really hurt. Like I gotta go like just sit and like do nothing, just like watch something
just
boring.
massage them.
Yeah, because this has been so fun. Brice, I mean, this is amazing. Like, Matt, thank you for setting all of this up. This was so great. I'm so excited to share this with our listeners, and hopefully we'll bring some of the Purple Pants posse follows you over here, and might stay because they like what they hear.
Yeah. Of
course. Okay. Well, Matt, anything?
No, look, I could be here forever with Brice, but
I don't want to say bye, but we have to. So bye everyone. Watch out for any flying elbows. We'll see you later on this week. Bye.
So long.